overall, did you have a good sense of this? Feeling like sort of positive?
Yeah. This one definitely felt like it was like the nail biting felt like there was like some, maybe it's that indictment or the guy that went to jail. People are like really nervous, like what's this mean for Binance? Is this going to reflect on the performance there? So maybe that's what that anticipation or that skepticism was about. But when I kind of saw the just the feel I got from the team and where things were going, it just felt like it was growing, but not steady, but in fits and starts. So, but that's what I got.
No, great session. Thank you. And I will say, I think this is, I'm still getting a feel for your work. One of the things I do find really interesting about it, number one, you draw really cute faces, but two is you really do seem to capture a lot of like the interpersonal stuff that's going on, like the people in the teams and things like that. It seems to be a lot of your focus. And I think because so many of these projects are really people driven and, founded by this guy or this vision, and so I do think that makes sense that you kind of really focus a lot on the people. One of the things that struck me, I thought, when I was I've only had a cursory glance at everybody's data with this, was the when you talked about this being like a crypto staple, because this is such a like a heavy hitter in the space. I thought that was a really good way to encapsulate the level of the target. So I thought that was a good find. So
Yeah, and if I thought, if I thought I would try and drive home a point was that what I heard, when I was probing audio was top shelf in a cluttered space, and I think Binance probably meets that mark.
The overall feeling was positive. A lot of green activity, even though there was legal problems or what I considered insider trading. It didn't seem to have long-term negative effects on the project, which I mean, that was the sentiment. Even though as I was going through the legality and the insider crap and all the drama of the legal problems they're doing, it still seemed like it was still a very positive, strong project.
yeah, and I think the way your session kind of framed it was that they're so deeply embedded in the inside that they're sort of
Yeah,
insulated from, even if they are doing some shady stuff that they get caught doing, they're sort of at the
yeah.
core of a lot of these things. So I thought that was interesting the way your session brought that out.
I wonder if in that, given the nature of the target, if their other insider friends that I was bringing up are probably like, yeah, let's not do what he does.
Or not
We're
get
not
caught.
going to make that stupid mistake.
You and Edward had that similar concept of the insider thing, and that back and forth. And it's kind of interesting because I was looking at everybody's sessions for these two targets that we're looking at, and someone was like, "Wait a minute, that reminds me of something Daz got in the next target." So I think there was a little bit of overlap sometimes in this one, but I thought, yeah, you really picked up a lot of really interesting concepts that were related to this one. So overall, how are you? What are your thoughts on Binance? Do you have any feelings on this one?
I mean, they'll probably still be doing that unless there's some sweeping new law that stops people from trading crypto. I'm pretty sure they'll probably be around for a while. I mean, I think they're the biggest crypto exchange, I think. So
Yeah.
yeah, they'll be around. I feel like they got a couple positive moves coming in the near future.
I got the logo. I knew that in my theme of my session would be the boss had to leave, somebody new had to take over. There was turbulent times, but I think it's going to be okay. That would be my call on it.
No, I thought that was a great session, Dick. I really liked how you, and especially I think the picking
I
up the
I
dynamic.
didn't figure out why he left. I knew there was a problem and he felt bad about it, but I didn't get prison. I didn't quite, it was like not quite there.
Yeah, but you really you
got the
picked up
gist
on
of
the
it.
leadership change. So I thought that was good. And then just the way that like the new guy might have a radically different style. I think that's kind of interesting.
Yeah. I haven't done research on that. I have to look into that and see if that's probably true.
Well, and I think in Naeem's session, he kind of mentioned that this guy, he kind of pushes hard. And so we got that bit of
Yep.
corroborating data that this guy might be a little bit of a different different kind of feel to them. I would just like to take a minute. We can go around the horn for everybody to show what they thought was their best bit of data for this target.
So I'll go with this. This was my site sketch. Essentially, I got that somebody was presenting data on performance, and they were very optimistic about the future, and or possibly past performance. But again, I got growth, but it felt like it was in fits and starts, not like a steady growth, but there would be some turbulence to it. And I'm not sure if this is the old boss or the new boss, but the guy was really just sitting back, and he lacked a sense of humor. He was just super serious, super analytical, and he always kind of had his hands up like this, at least the way I saw it. But yeah, that's kind of my most interesting take, I think.
Derek, what would you like to share as your best bit of data?
I feel like there's a lot to choose from here, but I would say that seeing the AI pulling queries from across basically all of its transactions, and then the fact that it seemed to be communicating.
And Nyiam, what's your best data?
Not really financial data, but my moment of clarity there with the CEO guy. I think it's interesting. He kind of has his hands like how Sean was saying there in the picture.
And it was a very good moment. So yes, awesome.
Well, sometimes it works, like put the target ID up, close your eyes, and I did see the logo exactly. So I got that. I looked for the logo here and got it. There it was. And I realized that somebody left, and they had to look for the head guy had to exit stage left. And then I did this about 10 days ago and said there was going to be a pump in the chart, and there was a pump in the chart. So I had some good data on this one. It was pretty good session for a crypto target.
We had a lot of very strong data points, I thought, that came through, and a lot more correlation, I thought. So I thought everybody had really good work, and it's tying in nicely quite together. So
it seems to me that all of our sessions kind of reinforce the notion that, well, this may not be the most altruistic company, and we don't really like it, but it's there and it's going to do well. So yeah. It's like who you love to hate, but you got to do business with them. So it's part of the architecture of cryptos. Love it or hate it.